Some state lawmakers say no child 12 years old or younger should be allowed to be charged with any crime but murder.
A yet-to-be-introduced bill would instead refer those kids for treatment and services. Comes as violent crimes involving kids skyrockets. According to the Division of Youth Corrections, more than 1,000 young people were arrested for violent crimes last year, a 40% increase over 2021. Our political specialist Sean Boyd brought us that story back in January.
So, Sean, what happens if the kids refuse the treatment and services under the bill?
That's a good question, Jim. And the state's 22 elected district attorneys say there is no enforcement mechanism in the bill, even in cases where kids continue to offend, violate protection orders, and repeatedly refuse treatment. They are adamantly opposed to the bill that also prevents kids 13 and under from being charged as adults and 14-year-olds from being charged as adults, except in cases of Class 1 or 2 felonies.
I was 12 years old and I stole some baseball cards.
Philip Roybal recalls his first interaction with the criminal justice system.
Baseball cards went to what?
Stealing cars.
Then came drugs. He bounced from group home to group home, graduated youth corrections to prison.
It just became a snowball effect. I got lost in the system.
A system he wouldn't emerge from for 12 years.
We don't want to continue that cycle.
Representatives Serena Gonzalez Gutierrez and Ryan Armagast say no one under the age of 12 should be incarcerated except in cases of murder. They plan to introduce a bill that would instead refer kids, even those who commit violent crimes or sex crimes, to treatment.
Kids that are committing those types of crimes at this age group especially, it is more often than not that they are victims themselves.
Pushing them through the criminal justice system is only going to exacerbate what they're already going through. And I think getting them the proper treatment or getting them on a proper treatment plan that they need is going to hopefully mitigate that.
Under the bill, counties would be required to create so-called collaborative management programs where police would refer kids accused of crimes. Natalie Badur has seen the difference between incarceration and community-based treatment. She worked in youth corrections for years before founding a nonprofit that provides prevention and intervention for kids.
Victims become victimizers if they don't receive healing and services and resources. As soon as separation happens and as soon as they have touch points with the legal system, it's a revolving door.
Nobody wants 10 to 12-year-olds in the system, incarcerated.
Tom Raines, executive director of the Colorado District Attorney's Council, says DAs already divert kids 12 and under from youth corrections to treatment. What the bill does, he says, is remove any way of ensuring they comply with treatment by removing any possibility of detention, no matter how many times they reoffend or refuse services.
And I don't know how you face the parent of a 6 or 5-year-old victim of an 11-year-old offender and say, we tried to put him in our collaborative team, but they just said no. Sorry.
Raines says over 10 years, nearly 1,000 Colorado kids ages 10 to 12 have been charged with violent crimes and another 1,500 with sex crimes. But only 4 of those kids have been incarcerated, the others diverted to services and treatment.
It's only when they continually fail or they don't get the support they need that we feel the need to intervene and then file the case and put them on probationary type scenarios.
It's traumatic.
Philip Roybal now mentors at-risk kids, and while the juvenile justice system may have changed a lot since he was one of them, he says there's still work to do.
I hope that, Colorado takes the opportunity to be at the forefront to save our youth and prevent further crime.
I received a draft of this year's bill, so the final version is yet to come. The draft resembles a bill introduced last year that was turned into a study. When the governor signed that bill into law, he said that study should be done by the Colorado Commission on Criminal and Juvenile Justice, a nonpartisan group made up of all the stakeholders in the justice system. But that's not where the study went, and that could hurt the bill's chances of becoming law. Colorado counties opposed last year's bill, but has not taken a position on this year's yet. Those counties want to see what kind of funding is in this bill, since, these services are all going to be on them, and these are kids that would receive services in the juvenile justice system. But again, they're not going to the juvenile justice system, only 4 jailed in 10 years. Most of them are already getting those services through various nonprofits in the community.
Those numbers are staggering.
They are.
All right, Sean, thank you.